for years. Nay, millennia. The war between hentai and porn has reached insane heights to the fact that I think it's the biggest and most important, as well as the most prominent cultural debate of all time. In order for me to make a proper analysis comparing the two, more time is necessary to fully comprehend the depths of both mediums. What is truly more important? The allure of a real 3D woman? Or is it perhaps the wonderful and deep thematic and philosophical plots of hentai? More time, as I've mentioned, is required. Hentai versus porn video will be a landmarking achievement if it ever gets made. If it might, definitely subscribe and leave likes and stuff. So this is being added to the video after the video is already finished because Biggest Flexes in Hentai just got taken down by YouTube's community guidelines. I got a warning, meaning next time's a strike, which will mean I can't upload for like a week, and if I get 3 strikes, they take down my whole channel. So I'm gonna have to be more careful about this stuff, and I've decided that since a lot of people are requesting access to my greatest plots in hentai extravaganzas, I will be posting them on my Patreon for all $10 plus monthly patrons. Link to my Patreon is in the description. Figured it's may as well keeping them, you know, accessible for the people that actually want them. I don't know why you would. But today, I wanted to breach this topic from another level. So I have a semi-important announcement at the end of the video that will have to do with everything I talk about in the video. So feel free to like stay to the end or something. Or like, I don't know. Don't, I guess, if you have no interest in my really cool announcement. But first and foremost, in the battle of ideologies, porn versus hentai, one hentai has actually managed to succeed in growing past all expectations. And that hentai was called 𝐻ÄNTA𝐼 yo Tomare. Now, you may recognize this title. It is the first entry of my first Biggest Flexes in Hentai video, which may or may not be deleted by now because I delete all of these after a certain amount of time, so YouTube doesn't decide, you know what, let's just wipe this guy off the face of the map. In fact, this video will probably also be deleted, so enjoy while you can. But the beauty of the title I've just mentioned is, when I talked about it in my Biggest Flexes in Hentai video, I was talking about how this dude managed to get time stop powers. He stops time, goes into a school, and is, well, not exactly society's biggest role model of all time. In fact, I'd even argue to say that if he would run for president, he's a worse person than, like, literally all of the candidates. Pretty crazy. Obviously, Hisoka's winning 2020. I've already looked into this deeply. #Hisoka 2020, that man will rule the United States and make it a great nation like it's never been before.
You're a fake and a fraud.
Again, ahead of myself. He stops time, does not such nice things in the school with like literally everyone, purely to flex on his dad because his dad hates him since he's an illegitimate son, and his dad happens to run this massive girls' school, and 2 of his daughters are in the school, so not because he has sexual urges or anything. No, of course not. Purely to flex on his dad, he goes in there and he does some things that YouTube would not appreciate me uttering, so therefore we will just move on. Now, it was just simply one of the flexes in my Biggest Flexes in Hentai video. And yes, you guys did surpass the like goal, so part 2 will probably be out eventually. Hooray!
Congratulations, you sick dirty boy. I hope you feel proud of yourself.
But the reason why I bring it up here is because 𝐻ÄNTA𝐼 yo Tomare without putting text on the screen is nearly impossible to remember. Therefore, since the plot, and it's a goddamn plot, deep thematic and philosophical undertones here, I believe anyone who wanted to search this bad boy up without said title, because I was a douche for not putting it on screen, would just simply look up time stop hentai. Far easier than 𝐻ÄNTA𝐼 yo Tomare. Very understandable. The reason why I bring this up is because a lot of y'all sent me screenshots on Twitter, link to my Twitter in the description, of the top recommended searches on the hub of prawn. And lo and behold, much to my surprise, WTF fanbase, one of the top hits is time stop hentai. And it stayed like that for 3 goddamn days immediately after me uploading my Biggest Flexes in Hentai video. Now that is the biggest flex in hentai. What is wrong with me? I don't know if I should be like proud or like mortified here, but probably somewhere in between. And speaking of my hentai video flexing, another really cool happened in that regard this past week. So I uploaded my greatest plots in hentai 2 about 2.5 weeks ago, and it goddamn blew up, like 1.7 million views. It freaks the hell out of me that even though it was age restricted, it got more views than almost all my other videos on my channel. Like within a week, it was in my top 5 most viewed videos. It freaks the schnizzle out of me.
I'm so proud of this community.
That said, suspiciously, a week later, 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼, an absolute mad lad, as well as a Chad lad, I dare say, the reigning king of AniTube, uploaded a video. Hentai in a nutshell. It's 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼 style, how he takes a general topic and has a very holistic approach covering it, and, well, it was a great video. I'm gonna say it. It was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I also enjoyed that it was suspiciously exactly a week after I uploaded my greatest plots in Hentai 2, and I'm very inspired that I was probably the inspiration for that. Now, I may be talking out of my ass here, but even the hentai whammon used in 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼's thumbnail was the same hentai whammon used in my thumbnail of biggest plots in Hentai 2. NANI? So then, when I uploaded biggest flexes in hentai a few days after 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼's, and it was already made way before, it was like automatically demonetized and YouTube manually reviewed it, and then they monetized it, then they uploaded it, then they age restricted it, you know, typical YouTube shenanigans. I ended up uploading that right after 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼, but I had an entire thumbnail ready, and I swapped the thumbnail to use that same hentai whammon that 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼 used, that I used before, for absolutely no purpose aside from me cackling at myself about the entire situation. In fact, I probably will end up using that same hentai whammon on this thumbnail just because, like, it's kind of funny at this point. So, the fact that at least I'm convincing myself, inspired 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼's video, I must say I'm honored. I've been watching 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼 all the way back when, long before I started my channel. And the thing about AniTube, it's really damn small when you think of it. Every anime commentary video that gets over 100,000 views, literally every anime YouTuber who, you know, anime YouTubes for a profession, at least saw that video in their recommended. So, I'm very proud that 𝐻ヂNTA𝐼 senpai noticed me. It's extremely cool. And, I guess my little hentai series is making waves. Pretty damn scary. We've infiltrated Pornhub's recommended, fam. It's extremely cool in some weird, sickening ways. I don't think hentai shows up on that recommended. Then all of a sudden, blammo! Get flexed on by Lord 𝐻ṯINTA𝐼.
We live in a society.
Now, the purpose of this video, as I've mentioned, is mainly for the announcement at the end. So, to briefly touch on all the other subjects that I wanted to in order to make this announcement make sense, you remember my Bakugo meme? Well, that also somehow flexed on the internet to a certain degree. When I uploaded my video saying Bakugo's death made everyone cry, and I got some hate, and a lot of people actually really liked that video, they found it hilarious. I'm honored, because I was terrified uploading that one. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing to myself? I understand that this is like a great meme, and I like it, but damn! So I have to say, very proud of this community we've built up here. Truly epic memers, because in case you didn't get the memo, Bakugo didn't die, and he won't in My Hero Academia. That's just not that type of show. Now, after uploading that video, though, with the little trending of Japan text on the top of the thumbnail, like Tokyosaurus does, mostly because I kind of wanted to meme on that whole idea that all of his videos are trending in Japan. Nani? But more on that another time. If you type in what chapter, just those 2 words, in a Google search bar, the autofill for like a week was, what chapter does Bakugo die? Fan base, we just flexed on the internet. So after uploading that video, I mentioned that if you send that link to a friend via text or something, and the thumbnail pops up with the title, and they just get mad pissed at the huge spoiler, to send me screenshots on Twitter. And I got a ton of people sending screenshots of them sending just the link to their friends, and the friends either totally freaking out about the spoiler, saying, no way, that's impossible, or, ha, that bastard deserved it, which personally I find the funniest. The community really came together on that one. It was extremely cool. But the amount of screenshots I got of people freaking out that they type one chapter, and the autofill is, does Bakugo die? And then the one after that is, what chapter is Kimetsu no Yaiba's manga up to in the anime? So I was very proud about that. I don't know how my channel has somehow become synonymous with flexing, because I hate flexing. When I talk about or see a YouTuber flexing, it irks me. And I've never heard of people talking about YouTubers flexing in a positive context, but half my comment sections at this point are, 𝐻𝗒𝐼 uploads 800,000 subscriber special. Also, 𝐻તુ𝐼 has 864,000 subs when uploading. Massive flex! Or, next flex! The idea that flexing in a meme way is such a positive trait of this channel, it's hilarious. Wikipedia tweeted recently, what are the biggest flexes in history? And I kid you not, there were dozens of replies to Wikipedia's tweet that had something to do with old 𝐻𝗒𝐼 here. There's this channel on YouTube, MV Perry, and they uploaded biggest flexes in video games, which is something I've mentioned on Twitter that I wanted to do as well. And in the description, they say, inspired by me, etc., etc. Obviously, I don't mind. I think it's extremely cool that I inspired another channel to do something. And well, after looking at MV Perry's channel, after watching that biggest flexes in video game video that I will link in the description, I saw that they also did videos, What Your Favorite Blank Says About You, which is a series that I used to do, and I was like, oh my god! Then it turns out I accidentally ripped off them. They came up with the What Your Favorite Blank Says About You first. I apologize, MV Perry. Copying my biggest flex videos is entirely warranted now. We have a very different approach to how we did the What Your Favorite Blank Says About You. But title-wise, my apologies. So now, the fact that this channel, that I still consider a small channel, believe it or not, is actually influencing things outside the very sphere of the channel itself is honestly terrifying, but also a hell of a lot of fun, and, well, I'm kind of proud of it. I put thousands and thousands of hours of work into this, and I really appreciate the fact that this community actually managed to come together and do some really cool goddamn things. I was perusing on Reddit the other day, and I found this meme! Full Metal Alchemist. No, thank you. That's the one! It was on a general Animemes Reddit. It is crazy to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. Now, so, the announcement portion of this video is as follows. My favorite of PewDiePie's videos are his Luai videos, where he gets to see how his community memes around his own content. I personally love that style video. How the community itself can come together, because it's not just the YouTuber or the YouTuber's content that's enjoyable, but it's the idea of this little community forming. So, I am creating a Nuxtaku subreddit, which will not be called Nuxtaku because someone already made r/Nuxtaku. Extremely sad. Link to my subreddit in the description. Feel free to flood the crap out of it with memes, because while I'm not promising a weekly Luai type series where I review memes from there, I do want to do it occasionally. And judging by how you guys spread my memes and how my memes have inspired other memers, honestly, I cannot tell you how proud I am of this community, and not in the meme way. So while I would love this, I hope that you guys will find this a hell of a lot of fun as well, and I hope you can join me on my quest to memedom. So again, link in the description to my subreddit. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be called. It may be called r/Nuxtaku memes or r/Lord Nuxanor. Whatever the description says, I'm recording this video before making the subreddit, because since I'm absolutely crap at computers, I am going to enlist the help of Lord D. Brigo, All Day Anime, because that guy is an absolute chad, as well as a complete and total tech master. I thank you all so much for making this ride as fun as it is right now. I'm actually loving what I'm doing, and I feel like that's the best way to get content out that you're proud of. I wake up every morning eager to see the memes you guys post in my comment section and on Twitter, replying to my memes, because this community is really definitely a joint effort. Granted, I do take most of the credit, because most of the credit does go to me, but I'm extremely thankful for the huge amount of help that you guys put into it. I've just been extremely thankful for you guys lately, and I really wanted to make this video trying to get that across. Much love, fan base. May the meming continue. Link in the description to my subreddit and to my Twitter and Patreon and Twitch, merch, and my podcast channel if you're interested in that. Cast your memes forth to spread throughout the world! I had to say that at least once in this video. I'm sorry. Have yourselves the most wonderful evening. Be passionate about whatever the hell you are doing, and remember to stay weird, fam.